Hi, welcome along. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to deal with a difficult boss, and this is a big one. Stick around. I've got a few different approaches you might want to take. If we haven't met yet, my name's Fiona and I make new videos every week with hints, tips and tricks to help you feel more confident at work. If you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button. I'd love for you to stick around and see my other videos. So let's get stuck into this one. Actually, working for a difficult boss can be so demotivating, and I've had jobs before where I've worked for someone difficult. Maybe the job wasn't quite right for me, the boss was a nightmare, and it really sucked my confidence actually and made me just feel cruddy. And I remember one day thinking, I wonder how many steps I would need to fall down to just break my leg and not break my neck. And that was really a big turning point for me. It made me realise that actually no job is worth feeling that crummy about. People shouldn't spend too much time feeling like that because it's really not good for you in the long term. So I guess my first question is, how much do you need this job? And I know that can be a bit of a difficult question, and it's sort of weird for me to be suggesting that you kind of let this boss situation defeat you. But actually, I think sometimes the most positive thing you can do for yourself is just get out of that situation. If it's somebody who you've been working with for a long time, if you don't overall love your job, and if you generally feel like you've lost a lot of confidence, then really seriously think about finding a new job. Just get out of there, because it's not good for your mental health. It's going to be draining your energy, and that's not good. So really seriously think about if you need to be doing this job in particular, and if there are exit routes, plans that you can make to get yourself out of there onto a more level playing field, into a more positive situation where actually you love what you do again, because we spend so much time at work. You should love what you do, and you should do work that feels like play, and you shouldn't have to put up with people who are sucking your emotions and your time and your energy and making you feel crap. You deserve better, so go find better. If you generally like your job, but you're just having some problems with this boss, and you are committed to changing your behaviour, because let's face it, you can't change this person, whoever the boss is. You can't change their behaviour. All you can do is change how you approach them and how you think about them, and hope that their reaction to that behaviour is better. In that case, then there's definitely some stuff you can do. First off, have a think about if you can identify how they like to communicate and what motivates them. If you can answer those two questions, you're probably on a good path towards making things better. It might be that they require a really different level of detail than you're used to. In that case, you might find that they are always bugging you for stuff. You don't know how to get them off your back, and you feel really, sort of under pressure because of that approach. In that situation, what you can do is preempt that. So find out how they like to communicate, what the level of detail they're after is, whether they have a preferred method of communication, what sort of information they're looking for, and what they need to do with the information that you give them, so that you can then tailor how you work in a way that will be more satisfying for them, and that will be really helpful to help with the situation. If this person has a PA or an executive assistant of some type, make friends with them, because the assistants are always the most helpful people in an organisation. They're the ones who are going to squeeze you into this person's diary or give them a little nudge when they are overdue on something that you need from them. So make friends with the assistants, always good. And if you can find a mentor in your organisation who knows your boss and knows how they work, maybe is quite friendly with them, get that mentor on the side and basically pick their brains for how they would work with this person and try to adapt and adopt whatever they suggest. That can be really helpful actually, and it means that they might be able to go to bat for you as well. if you can explain to them the difficulties that you're having. And the last thing I would say is remember that managers are people too. Like, I think when you're quite junior and joining a team, it can be really easy to sort of put managers up on a pedestal and to forget that managers really are people. They're not sort of hideous dragons, though I've worked for a few people who have felt like that. But they often are subject area specialists who have been really good at a job and then have been promoted beyond their skill or training. And that can be a really difficult one, but it means that there is scope for you to improve how you work with them. Again, it comes back to knowing yourself, knowing how you like to work, being empathetic and compassionate about telling them the truth and giving them information about how to work with you that will really help them to engage with you. So try to have a think about that. How do you like to work, and how can you help your boss to understand that so that you can work better together? And the last thing that I would say is just be curious. Just watch how they work. If there are other people in the team that they have a really good relationship with, maybe go and chat to that person. What is it that makes that relationship really work? And see if you can pick any bits out of that way of working and adopt those so that it makes life a bit easier for you. All right, that's it. I hope some of those have been helpful, guys. If you've got a difficult boss, give me a comment below so that I can have a chat with you about it. And don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.